You needed to jump 1 meter and 92 to make it to this big final tonight. All the athletes here did that. They're lining up on the first bend here at the Bird's Nest Stadium. You can see the world's best jump this year, and the talk is over. Russia's athlete jumped 2 meters and 3 centimeters. She already has medals from World Championships, 1 gold, a couple silvers, and 1 bronze. But she'll have a tough fight from Blanco Vlasic and maybe Anna Simic. We have a couple of athletes from that area in this final too. Also, the familiar names there are Ruth Bader, Maria Kushin, and Kamila from Poland. Only 3 athletes in the world have jumped over 2 meters this season. All 3 are in this final. This really is going to be exciting with Blanco coming back. She just brings so much color and excitement to what is already a super event. She is the center of the screen, walking over to be introduced to the huge crowd here in the Bird's Nest Stadium. That sign means Women's High Jump Final. So first in the jumping order, depending on when she starts jumping, is Eleanor Patterson from Australia. The 19-year-old will follow her teammate Brandon, who will be in the men's high jump final. She's the Commonwealth Games champion from last year from Germany. Marie Lawrence has won the German championship 5 times. She jumped over 1 meter and 96 this season. Anna Simic from Croatia won European bronze last year in Switzerland. She's the first of the 2 athletes. Lucia Laverne Spencer is the new Pan American Games champion. She got bronze twice at Commonwealth Games and was 11th a couple years ago in the World Championships in Moscow. And here's Anna from Russia. She's the Olympic champion in London after getting bronze here in the Bird's Nest in 2008. She's the best at 2 meters and 7 on the world's all-time list. Mirela from Bulgaria was World Junior silver medalist back in 2008. She jumped 194 this season. Blanka Vlasic from Croatia was world champion in 2007 and in 2009. She got silver here in 2008. Svetlana from Uzbekistan won the Asian Games twice. She jumped 194 this season. Janelle Shepard from St. Lucia is the U.S. college champion this year. She studies math and Spanish at the University of Southern California. Look at that nice smile and wave. Ruth Bader from Spain tied for 5th in Moscow 2 years ago. She jumped 2 meters this season. Doreen from Nigeria holds their national record at 1 meter and 94. Here's a real threat for the title. She's tied for world number 2 this year with another athlete. Maria Kushina from Russia is the European indoor champion this year. She jumped over that magical 2-meter mark last year and this season too. Finishing up our lineup is Kamila from Poland with 1 meter and 98. She's world number 4 this year. So it really is a tasty lineup in this women's high jump final. This is the 7th World Championship final, tying the event record of Amy from America. We have no U.S. athletes in this final. One went out in the earlier rounds. 1 meter and 88 is what we think the opening height will be. Strategic moves and math always seem to come into play when it comes to high jump finals. Eleanor Patterson from Australia opens the competition. It's a first failure for the Australian. This is the 3rd time an Australian has been in a world championship final. Vanessa Brown did it before, then got married and came back competing as Vanessa Ward. So this is a big moment for Eleanor Patterson from Australia. She'll come back for a second try at 1 meter and 80-8. The German athlete then tries her first attempt at this high jump final. Oh yes! Well, the crowd is in for a little bit of a treat. While the women's high jump final is happening, the men are throwing their javelins at the other end. That was nice by the German. Early good jumps may be really important as the competition goes on. So a good start for the German athlete. Ana Simic from Croatia is in the final along with her teammate Blanka. She's starting her account at 188. Oh, yes. The crowd at the moment cheers as these athletes clear these early heights. It's nice and easy by Simic. Just under 2 meters is her best. She went over 1 meter and 99 last season. So, as expected, she cleared it on the first try at 1 meter and 88. Laverne Spencer from St. Lucia. Well, that's a first-time failure for Spencer. She was very busy competing leading up to these World Championships. She competed in Doha, Kingston, and America as well. But she'll have another try at the opening height of 1 meter and 88. And here comes Anna from Russia. The rivalry she's had with Blanka has been absolutely amazing over the years. We're hoping for another one tonight, but here we go. First attempt of the evening. Oh my! Nice and easy. She jumped 2 meters and 3 centimeters this season. She took some time off for the birth of her children, but always comes back in wonderful shape. Now, she's asking her coach for directions. Good to see. Right now, we understand that all the athletes are starting at 1 meter and 88. That makes sense. So, the Bulgarian athlete then tries her first attempt in the competition. A first-time success for the 25-year-old. So we're moving quickly through the early attempts at the first height of 1 meter and 88. And it will be the Croatian Blanka Vlasic. That's next. She had surgery in January 2012 on her left heel. The recovery took a long time because of a bacterial infection, but she returned in 20. The long-running stride looks very comfortable indeed. She's second on the world all-time list with 2 meters and 8 back in 2009. The world record belongs to someone from Bulgaria. Now, 2 meters and 9. It stood since 1987. The athlete from Uzbekistan, well, just a slight little rattle there, but she cleared it the first time. The next height after this one for the athletes to attempt will be 1 meter and 92. That's after those who may need a second or third attempt here. Straight into some serious heights, as you would expect in a World Championship final. Janelle Shepard from Santa Lucia. Oh yes, a slight wobble. Nothing to worry about. So her teammate Spencer will have a second attempt at this opening height, but Shepard, the 20-year-old, will continue on to the next height of 1 meter and 92. So just for athletes left to try at this height. Ruth Bader from Spain shows the familiar lean, the familiar way she clears the bar. She planned to stop jumping at the end of August in 2012, and she did for a couple of months, but then she couldn't help herself. She changed her mind. She's come back since and won many major championship medals, and it's good to see that the experience is still there. She's over 2 meters this season. Doreen from Nigeria, their national record holder, has a more direct approach to the bar. A little bit more attack, but she'll have to come back. A little bit of support there on the right knee. She really travels across the bar rather than over it. Maria Kushina from Russia, then the new European indoor champion. She's tied on the world rankings this year with another athlete with that 2-meter jump. Oh, very nice. Not the longest of run-ups, but a good jump. Russia just has 2 medals in these World Championships so far. A silver, and that gold, we've got none from the women yet, though. Maybe Kushina can fix that balance and get things moving for them. Kamila from Poland tries her first attempt at 1 meter and 88. She was in good form in the Birmingham meet. She had a win there, and that's nice and easy. So they're going over 1 meter and 88, which means just 3 athletes will have to come back and have their second attempt at it. Patterson, Spencer, and the Nigerian athlete. So Patterson tries her second attempt then at 1 meter and 88. Well, that's better. She did give it a little bit of a wobble, but it stayed on. She'll stay in this World Championship final. She won't need the third try. Lots of wins, as you'd expect, down in Australia on the Gold Coast and Brisbane. The Commonwealth champion is still just 19. Learning all the time. There's lots of rhythmic clapping as the men's javelin continues, but Laverne Spencer has eyes only on the prize. She's trying to get over the opening height of 1 meter and 88 on her second attempt. Well, very similar to Patterson in terms of the slight wobble of the bar. She got bronze at the Commonwealth Games in Glasgow, Scotland last year, as she did in 2010, which means Doreen from Nigeria is up for her second attempt. Everybody so far has cleared this women's high jump final opening height, and it's a full house. So 3 athletes took 2 attempts, but all 13 athletes in this final got over the opening height of 1 meter and 88. And shortly the officials will come in and raise the bar to 1 meter and 92. Remember in the men's high jump earlier, a couple of chairs had to come out for the officials to make sure it was measured exactly right. And the bar goes up, of course, into the 220s and 230s later. And already waiting for the officials to move will be Eleanor Patterson from Australia. She'll be the first athlete to attempt the next height of 1 meter and 92. The big red cone is in place and will be removed when the officials are happy that it's completely accurate. We haven't really seen much in terms of jumping form coming into this final outside of the earlier rounds from the big stars. You really do wonder what heights are going to win the medals. Here in the bird's nest, one of the athletes is deciding to skip at this height of 192. So Eleanor Patterson from Australia then goes through the jump in her mind. It's well within what she can do. Of course, she's gone over 1 meter and 96 this season to equal her lifetime best over on the first try. That little wobble was there as it was at 188, but she cleared it first time for the young Australian. The German athlete, then Germany, won gold in this event way back in 1991. They have a history. It would be a B